Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tony Thrasher channel. Today we are trying out our new Fecon FMX36 Forestry Mulcher on the Bobcat E50 Compact Excavator to see how it performs on the various brush around this pond. As you can see, we've already done a little bit of work here, but we haven't finished cleaning up the large stuff just yet. I've been extremely busy lately with the holidays and catching back up around the farm. Been working on the greenhouses, starting a bunch of plants for our annual plant sales, and it's been busy in the HVAC business. But to top it all off, I started CDL classes last week. Man, I'm telling you, those classes are long and brutal, but we're doing what's necessary to haul this heavy equipment around and do it safely, so I think it's worth it. But you can see a little bit here as we drive out towards kind of where I stopped at the other day. You can see somewhat. I mean, I know there's a big bar in the way, but as we get over here, I take the camera out and set it up on the bank. But you can still see this was a very wooded, full of brush edge around the pond, and you can see, the glimpses over the safety bar there. You can see where a lot of that, it just looks real clean, and you can see at the bottom down there where the forestry mulchers just chipped a lot of that stuff up. But we're going to get over here, and I'm going to set this equipment up. I'm going to set the camera up, and we're just going to run the forestry mulcher for a little bit, show it in action, and show you what we can do for your property. It's the excavator and the forestry mulcher combination gives us the ability to get to a lot of those hard to reach areas. And that's the novelty and the unique aspect of this equipment, and kind of what we're trying to show that we can do for people is get to those areas that are hard to get to. And a pond bank is definitely one of those areas. Now you'll see right here that I've left some of the bigger stuff off in the pond. Some of that I'm actually going to leave in the pond and just let it be a fish habitat, but I may end up taking some of that back out of there. But one of the things I did want to point out right here on this section of the video is it's extremely critical for us to pay attention to things like that wire that I was just showing you. That wire, there's probably several hundred feet of that wire where there were like road lights, street lights around this pond a long time ago. And this pond used to be a pay pond, I think 50, 60, 70 years ago. And somewhere up in here you can see there's a light up there. I don't know if it shows up in the video or not, but there is a light up there, and that's what that cable goes to. That was the power lines to that light. But they haven't been there. We've been here 20 plus years, and those lights have never been powered up. So we're just going to take that pole down and get rid of it. But right here you can see where a lot of this brush is pretty thick around the pond, and it gets thicker as we go around. We're doing the best we can at clearing up both sides of it. There's like a spill ditch on the back side of the pond that there's literally like 3 or 4 ponds in a row here. 2 of them are ours, and the people that own the property up above us have a smaller pond, and it runs off around behind my pond if it rains so much so that the pipes can't carry it all. So I gave you a little glimpse of the teeth on the forestry mulcher there, and just a glimpse of the Bobcat that we're using here. And I'll be honest with you, I think this Fecon is at the limits of not what it's capable of doing in terms of forestry mulching, but just from the weight of it. When you get it out there, you'll see in a little bit where we're out here mulching, and you can see it lifts the track up a little bit off the ground when we reach out a little bit off to the side. And I know it does that, and I'm very careful and cautious with it. And I know if it were to start tilting over, this pond right in this area is not very deep, and if it were to start tilting over, I'd either bring it back closer to me so it's set back down, or I'd just push it down real hard so that it would set down in the bottom of the pond and bring us back to a safe level sitting. So we're going to crank this thing up. I'm going to just run it for a little bit and let you watch it. And if you have any questions or comments about the operation of the equipment, or what we can do for you, feel free to give me a call. We can come out, we'll give you an estimate, look at what you have, tell you what we can do, do the cleanup job for you for. But that's what this video is for, is to give you an idea of what we can do for you around your pond or around your property. We can clean up limbs. Like along a driveway, you got a lot of limbs encroaching in your driveway. We can take care of those. If you got banks that you can't get to because they're too steep, we can take care of that. So there's a lot of things that we can do with this excavator that you just can't do with a lawnmower. I mean, a lot of times what a lot of people, and even what we did around this pond for many years, is we would cut it with weed eaters. And about the time we would get one section of it cut, it would be probably 3 or 4 months before we could get back to it, or even wanted to get back to it. And by that time, it didn't even look like we'd touched it. So with this equipment, we're able to really take care of getting it cleaned up and keeping it cleaned up. And we also have a Vail forestry, not a forestry cutter, but it's a Vail cutter, but it's like a bush hog. And that bush hog will probably be what we use next time because it's faster, and we won't necessarily need the capabilities of the forestry mulcher if we keep it up. So this is really just to take care of a lot of the bigger stuff. And as you see right now, I'm just taking little stuff down, but as we move forward, you're going to see I'm going to take some of this bigger stuff down too. So right now, I'm just going to let it roll for a few minutes and let you watch the equipment in action. Okay, so we're going to give you a good look at what we've done here. We saw what it looked like before, and obviously there's some limbs out there that once we have the bucket on the excavator, we'll get out here and pull some of that back in, probably throw it in the burn pile. But if we were on our job, we would pull that in and try to mulch that up a little bit further, and then what we couldn't mulch up, we would put in the dump trailer and haul away. But that's pretty much what we can do. That gives you a before and after look with the forestry mulcher. Does a great job, and if we can help you out, give us a call, 864-201-3172, and we are in upstate South Carolina, so we cover a pretty good area up in this area. So if we can help you out, please let me know. Appreciate you joining the channel, and we appreciate it if you'd subscribe to our channel. We're going to try to do better at getting more videos out there. It takes a lot of time to put all this stuff together. I could do good at getting videos, and it just takes me forever to do the editing and get them put together. But we appreciate you. Take care.